Sunram. Sunram finds it. OC left pocket 3 on the way. Tickles a twine.
Now it's Matty Bass on the drive. Bass, nice move, and Bass with an easy layup.
To the feet, Ruppel brought back down. O'Connor, though, lost the grab, and down to the mat. Ruppel with a chance for a pin with a minute 15. There it is.
Pick and roll, Kaloran. Hooks it underneath, and a bunny for Hannig.
Right side to Charlie Shaw. Shaw looks right, drives in, attacks the double team, and splits him for the layup.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Monday afternoon inside the bubble here in Valley City. This is our second Region 1 qualifier here today, and our pregame show is brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. It's the 14-7 Warbirds of Wyndmere Lidgerwood, the number 4 seed, going up against the Richland Colts at 8-12 on the season. The Colts, the number 6 seed. Earlier this year between these two clubs, Wyndmere Lidgerwood beat Richland 76-45 back on February the 3rd, 2 weeks ago, nearly to the date at Wyndmere Lidgerwood. The Richland Colts coming off a win against the Enderlin Eagles, 48-28 in that game. Elena Schmidt with 22 points, 16 rebounds, and Mallory Gunnis had a double-double on her own right with 10 points as well. Well, for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds, they're coming off a 64-33 loss against the Maple River Raiders. Warbirds led in the scoring column by Emerson Johnson with 20 points and 4 boards. We'll continue after this, dive into the matchup a little bit more, recap what happened earlier in the day here in District 1, and keep you apprised of District 2. That's all still to come here on yourliveevent.com.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family-owned and operated since 1935, located in Oaks, North Dakota. They sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts. Plus, you'll have to stop by and check out their clothing and footwear department, featuring the brands of Brothers in Arms, Howitzer, Ariat, Cinch, and Twisted X Footwear. Emery Vistos Implement, everything and anything you need is under one roof. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or call 701-742-2167.
The winner of this game between Wyndmere Lidgerwood and alongside the Richland Colts will be the number 4 seed in the tournament, and they will play in the regional tournament a week from today at 3 p.m. They will go up against the District 2 champion between either Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, or Linton HMB. So again, for fans out there of the Colts and alongside the Warbirds, you win this game, you'll play the early game a week from today in Jamestown at 3 o'clock. Earlier today, for some teams that are finding themselves through the district tournaments, Edgeley Cullum Montpelier with a win over Ellendale 50-20. The Rebels will be the 3 seed heading to the tournament out of District 2. In District 3, St. John able to defeat Midway Minto 52-43. So the Woodchucks are heading off to the Region 2 tournament. District 4, a game that has gone final, Griggs Makota defeated Nelson County in a region qualifier 38-35. So Griggs Makota also will be making their way to the Region 2 tournament. Region 4, District 8, New Salem Almont defeated Center Stanton by a final of 48-36. And the Region 3 tournament is already set. Lewis and Clark Berthold against Powers Lake Burt Central in the quarters. Tioga and Surrey. Denver Bulbells, Mulhall, Lansford, Sherwood, and TGU and Trenton as well. So that's a quick look at your out-of-town scoreboard and some of the other districts across the way here today on yourliveevent.com. We come back after that, get after this, we'll get to some of our keys to victory here on our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. That's next here in Valley City.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
To see and do in Hankinson. We may be modest in size, but our abundant local businesses and recreational opportunities mean we have every amenity you need. Our community is always finding new ways to have fun, bring people together, or help those in need. Residents of Hankinson will tell you this is small town living at its best. They invite you to see for yourself.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
High school basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Pre-game show again brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Take a look at the matchup for the Richland Colts. Elena Schmidt has had two really tremendous games so far here in this tournament with 39 points, 32 rebounds here for the 6'2 senior center. Then you've had a really nice 1-2 combination with Janet Tazark as well, 16 points, 22 rebounds. The biggest thing for Coach Olivia Schmidt's club is going to be turnovers. She loves to rebound, but also can you get a Cindy Loff, a Lillian Marinowski, a Mallory Gunnis, whether someone goes completely off for 12, maybe 14 points, or can you get 5 to 6 points from all of them, get some timely buckets, because you know the Warbirds are going to be paying a lot of attention to Schmidt and Tazark on the interior. Well, on the opposite side for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds, Emerson Johnson, 36 points, 14 rebounds in these two tournaments so far. Valerie Mendoza hasn't gotten going as the ability and the playmaker she can be, just 13 points in 2 games, and Jurdy at 9 points in the quarters, but held to 0.6 rebounds in their loss against the Maple River Raiders. Biggest thing for the Warbirds against Maple River was just the turnovers that impacted them. They just couldn't get a quality look going and really got down a lot early and just never was able to really climb out of that particular hole. So for the Warbirds, similar as Richland, take care of the ball, rebound when you can, and then look to run and gun a little bit in transition if you're at Wyndmere Lidgerwood. It does it for our pregame show. Again, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. Started today from home, crop, auto, life, commercial, and more. That is IrieInsurance.com. Starting lineups, they are next in Valley City.
Hometown Community Bank serves both the Hope Page and Maple Valley school districts in Page and Fingal, North Dakota. If you're interested in an ag loan, real estate, consumer, commercial, or HELOC, give Dwight a call at either branch location. Reach out to Janine about investing in a certificate of deposit or save by opening a money market account. Proudly supporting the Maple River Raiders and wishing the athletes and coaches a successful year. Hometown Community Bank is an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Milner Grain understands that agriculture is your livelihood, and we're committed to providing you with the highest quality of services to meet your farming needs. Milner Grain has a passion for our community and the farmers we serve. Milner Grain is locally owned and operated. When you're looking for a partner in the field, look to Milner Grain. Call 701-427-5284 or check out Milner Grain's app with current up-to-date prices. Milner Grain is here to help you and your farm grow.
As we get to our starting lineups here today, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Here's what they will do for the Warbirds. They'll go like this. At a 5'5" junior guard in the backcourt is Valerie Mendoza. Summer Steinhaus, a 5'8" senior forward with Emerson Johnson, another senior at 5'9". Samantha Dodson, Rod, the 5'10" senior forward, and Miss Jurdy, the 5'11" senior center. So one more time, Mendoza, Steinhaus, Johnson, Dodson, Rod, and Jurdy for Ryland Gutzmer's club here for the Warbirds. Averaging 52 points per game defensively, giving up 40 points per contest at 14-7 on this season. As we turn our attention now here towards the Richland Colts, as Richland will be going like this. Here for the Richland Colts, they'll be starting in the backcourt, the senior guard and Lillian Miranowski, a 5'7" senior, 7 points and 9 assists per contest, with Janet Tazarek here, the 5'11" sophomore forward. Tazarek at 5'11". From there, Mallory Gunness, the 5'6" junior, with Abby Fisher, a 5'6" junior, and then Elena Schmidt, the 6'2" senior center. Miranowski again, 7 points and 9 assists so far through 2 games here in the tournament. You have Tazarek, Gunness, Fisher, and Schmidt. Olivia Schmidt, the head coach here for Richland, with a mark of 8 wins and 12 losses, averaging 46 points per game, while defensively giving up 50 points per contest here for the Wyndmere, here for the Richland Colts. That does it for our starting lineups here today. Brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products. Go to crystalsugar.com. And again, it's crystalsugar.com. The Warbirds, 5 seniors. Richland, they have 4. Someone playing in their final game here of their career. Again, that does it for our Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Our officials of Jake Schleck, Lance Lukes, and Michael Sorley, as Mr. Sorley will do the honors here and put this one in the circle at 6:11 on a Monday afternoon. Johnson gets it, block shot on the way. Mendoza will see it here as she's able to dribble to the baseline now here for the Warbirds as they give it back up top to Steinhaus. Bounce pass on the interior as this one goes to driving kick to Johnson. Johnson will see this off the window, can't get it to go. Rebound, though, will be loose, and eventually the Warbirds will come away with it. Ball will get swung to Emerson Johnson, back up top to Summer Steinhaus here. Already a couple of looks for the Warbirds as Steinhaus will drive, gives it to Emerson. Emerson here at the top of the key, looking for a teammate to Jurdy. Ball gets deflected as Johnson will still handle it now. Back up top as they reverse it left-hand side. Warbirds with the basketball on the skip to Emerson. Emerson with 6 seconds. Emerson Johnson shot goes up and in. And the Warbirds controlled the ball for 50 seconds of the quarter to start this one, and they get rewarded with the 2 points. As they'll leave it left inside Elena Schmidt. Schmidt goes block to Janet Tazarek for 2. And we're knotted at 2 apiece. Full court pressure defense. Richland nearly came away with a steal. Now it's to Summer Steinhaus. As Steinhaus will handle it here at the top. Makes a nice cutting pass to Emerson Johnson off the window, can't go. Rebound to Elena Schmidt. As Schmidt is going to hit Miranowski in transition. Miranowski gives it right-handed side. Richland back to Elena Schmidt here. Zips a pass right wing. 3-pointer on the way. That one will swirl out, no good. Ball tapped out of play by Schmidt. After the miss by Mallory Gunness. And it will be in the hands of Wyndmere Lidgerwood. As the Warbirds will handle it now. 2 points for Emerson Johnson. 2 points early on for Janet Tazarek. As we'll give it to the right-handed side. Bounce pass. This one comes across. Mendoza jumper from the right elbow off the backboard. This one will go long. Rebound, though, to Valerie. Mendoza, top of the key, taking the screen, steps into a college range triple. That'll go short. Rebound here for Tazarek. Tazarek on the skip now to Lillian Miranowski. It was the Richland Colts here with Miranowski bringing to the front court. As they do, right-handed side, that'll go to Fisher. Ball gets skipped near sideline. Back up top here for Richland with Miranowski as they will give it on the interior to Schmidt. Schmidt spinning her way off Jurdy. Jurdy able to do a good job to contest, and the rebound comes down to Summer Steinhaus. Steinhaus now with the head of steam in the front court for the Warbirds, who nearly lost it, and we'll see a foul here on Richland. Mallory Gunnis will pick up her first, team's first, as the Colts will make a substitution. Here with Cindy Loff, and also coming into the contest will be Ashley Steiger. Richland in their white uniforms with those powder blues, numerals, and lettering outlined in gold here with that Columbia blue trim. For the Warbirds out in their black uniforms with the gold numerals and lettering outlined in white. Elena Schmidt gets a block shot. That's her 45th of the season. Other side of the floor, Steiger with it. Steiger going hard to the paint off the window. Good for two. Ashley Steiger points off the bench for Olivia Schmidt. In 2 games, she had 3 points here in this tournament. As Steiger able to have a good heady play going right to the rim in transition, and the Colts take their first lead on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Emerson Johnson gives it up top. That'll go to Mendoza. Mendoza at the right wing, free throw line extended, slips a pass inside Jurdy. Ball goes to the baseline. Jumper on the way was partially blocked, and you'll see it now with Janet Tazarek. Tazarek in the front court here for the Colts as they give it to Miranowski. Miranowski here at the top with it to Schmidt. Schmidt rips it through step. Right-handed scoop, no. Rebound, put back off the window. Good for 2 for Tazarek. Janet now with 4 points, 2 rebounds here in the Colts with a chance to convert the and one opportunity. Richland 11 of 23 from the free throw line here in the tournament at 47%. Came in shooting 42% from the floor here in 2 games in Valley City. Rebound comes down to Dotson-Rod. Mendoza here at the top of the key now will dribble to the left wing. Valerie lost it. Loff nearly got on the deck and came away with it. Emerson Johnson right-handed side, and Elena Schmidt gets a steal. Schmidt looking up the floor, finds Miranowski. Miranowski crosses over on Steinhaus, now to Loff. In for 3 for the transition. That'll go long. Rebound here will be won by the Warbirds of Dotson-Rod. Emerson Johnson will see this now at the wing. Johnson back to Mendoza. Shot fake for Valerie here as Mendoza finds it to Jurdy. Jurdy to the baseline. Cutting here is Emerson. As now it goes back to Mendoza. Mendoza, little pick and pop action at Dotson-Rod, now to Steinhaus. 15 seconds on the shot clock here. Johnson from 6 feet got it to go. Emerson Johnson gets her second made field goal of the afternoon, early evening. It's now 6-4 in favor of Richland. Loff open on the baseline, gives it on the interior to Tazarek, but Jurdy was there defensively to back that one away. Bryn Williams will check in for the Warbirds, while you'll see Mallory Gunnis and Abby Fisher checking back into the game here for the Richland Colts. It's a 6-4 contest in favor of Richland on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future. With locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, go to dhb.bank. Richland, left pocket 3 on the way. This one will go off the backboard there for Mallory Gunnis. Rebound out to Emerson Johnson. Bounce pass across the paint, but the Colts did a nice job hustling back defensively, and they forced the turnover. As Richland with a chance to get up by 2 possessions with a quality look here. They will go right-handed side to Mallory Gunnis. Give it back up top now to Steiger. Steiger will see this for the Richland Colts to left wing. Ball gets skipped right-hand side. Gunnis on the interior. Tazarek. Tazarek with the spin. Shot off the window. Good for 2. Tazarek's got 6 of the 8 points here for the Richland Colts. A lot of attention going to Elena Schmidt in the first 2 games of this tournament. For Schmidt, she was a one-woman wrecking crew in the first quarter. So far has barely got a touch, but Janet Tazarek, when he can score 6, why not? Steinhaus with it on the skip. Right-handed side shot fake, as now Steinhaus will see this on the interior. As Summer bounce pass now to Emerson. Johnson here at the wing. Gives it to Steinhaus, back to the right of the elbow. On the inside here to Jurdy. Jurdy driving kick, 5 seconds on the shot clock. With it now is Williams, jumper from 15. That'll go long. Rebound, though, for Steinhaus. Summer will see this on the end line and leave it on the baseline now to Williams. Up top to Jurdy, back to Johnson. Emerson at the right wing. The Warbirds have done one thing well here in this first quarter, playing that's hit the offensive rebounding so far, as this will go to Steinhaus. Leaves it past to Dotson. Jumper on the way for Sam is long, but another board for Jurdy here. Jurdy with the pass across the way to Johnson. Emerson, ball screen, jumper on the way. Rainbow jumper, that'll go along. And another board here for Williams, and a foul here for the Richland Colts. Mallory Gunnis will pick up her team second. If there's a story of this game from the Richland perspective, it's going to have to be finding ways to box out the Warbirds, because Richland is owning the window right now here in this first quarter play. Steinhaus to Jurdy. Summer gets the ball back here on the baseline to the wing, now to Mendoza. Mendoza at the right wing, bounce pass inside Jurdy. Jurdy gets walled off, finds it to Valerie. Valerie tiptoes the end line, but she tipped her toe out of bounds, and a turnover here on the Warbirds. That'll be their third of the quarter. Warbirds came in shooting 29% from the floor in 2 games here in Valley City, 25 of 37 from the free throw line. Just one three-pointer entering play here in 2 games, 1 of 14 from the line, as Richland forces the turnover. Game number 22 of the season here for Richland. Game number 21 of the year. Game number 21 for Richland, and game number 22 of the season here for the Warbirds. Jurdy with the 1-4 set, handoff to Bryn. Williams, drive. Elena Schmidt there defensively. Johnson's going to drive, and there will be a foul here on Jana. Dezark will pick up her first. It'll be the team's third. Free throw opportunities on the way here for Emerson Johnson. Emerson here at the free throw line in the tournament, 17 of 23 from the stripe so far here for Emerson in 2 games. And now make her 18 of 24. She's got 5 points. Warbirds back within a possession. Free throw attempts. Number 2 here for Johnson is up, and this one will rattle in. Emerson Johnson, she's got 6. As they will work with it up the floor, and we'll see a turnover here. Almost having a turnover, that is, for the Richland Colts. Richland so far led by the 6 of Tazark, while for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds, it's 6 points for Emerson Johnson. Loft right wing. Gives it now to Miranowski. Miranowski with the skip to Fisher. Extra pass to Loft. Loft bounce pass interior to Schmidt. Schmidt spins on the baseline off the window. This one will go short. Rebound to Jurdy. Couple times that Elena's gotten it inside the paint. Jurdy's done a good job putting a hand in her face to at least make it difficult. And now you'll see it with Emerson Johnson. Warbirds with a chance to tie with a made field goal. Steinhaus, book it. Steinhaus ties this one at 8 apiece. Second tie of the quarter. As you'll see it now with Miranowski. Miranowski crossing over, leaves it left in inside to Fisher, now to Tazark. Tazark on the interior to Fisher, and Mendoza gives this to Loft. Loft on the baseline, then there's a foul. Summer Steinhaus will pick up her team's first, and 2 free throw attempts on the way here for the Richland Colts. Sydney Loft, this will be her 5th and 6th free throw opportunity of the season here for Sydney. Free throw attempt is up, and it rattles in. As Steiger will check in, Janet Tazark will check out. Richland back up by 1. As Tazark free throw attempt, number 2, is going to be off the mark. Rebound will be tipped out, and it will be Richland that'll handle the basketball. As the Colts with Abby Fisher leaves it left wing, now to Sydney Loft. Loft back to Fisher here. Fisher on it to Schmidt, back up top to Loft. Left wing 3-pointer. This one will rattle out. Rebound to Emerson Johnson. And for the Richland Colts right now, they got to get back defensively as Emerson's going to drive right to the paint. And there's a block shot by Loft. Good job by Sydney to establish defensive position outside the restricted arc and timed up the block shot perfectly here for the Colts. Steinhaus on the inbounds as they will to Johnson. Ball gets deflected out of bounds as it heads, and we'll stay back with the Warbirds here. Warbirds give this one to the right wing. Now to Jurdy, right elbow jumper. That'll go long. Rebound here to Schmidt. Richland with Miranowski up the floor to Fisher with 5 seconds. Fisher finds Steiger. Steiger hard drive to the paint off the window long, and that's how we'll end the first quarter of play. It's the Richland Colts 9, the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds 8 as we head to the second quarter here on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Outlaws are coming back. The World of Outlaws late model series is coming back to Ada, the Norman County Raceway. Saturday, June 28th, the World of Outlaws. NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series will have 2 shows at Red River Valley Speedway Saturday, May 31st and August 23rd. For tickets and more information, visit ncraceway.com, redrivervalleyspeedway.com, or follow on Facebook.
Looking to sell your equipment or needing an upgrade? Purple Wave Auction has you covered. From construction to agriculture and fleet, we make it easy for you to sell, bid, or buy. Always online and always no reserve. Take the next step and register for free today at purplewave.com. It's time to experience the easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment with Purple Wave Auction.
Broadcasting today from the Farmers Union Insurance David Bergman Agency scoreboard, serving the Foreman and Oaks locations. David Bergman, your headquarters for home, auto, life, ranch, business, and more. Not all products are underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance. Call 701-724-6252. That again is Farmers Union Insurance, David Bergman Agency, serving both the Foreman, Oaks, and surrounding communities. Broadcasting today from the broadcast booth as you get ready for a second quarter play here. Richland with a 1-point lead, led by the 6 of Tazark, as they will handle it here with Steiger. Tazark posting up on the high, the low is Schmidt. Here's a 3 by Miranowski off the mark. Tazark, though, with the rebound, put back off the heel of the rim. Another board. Elena Schmidt gets in the scoring column. First field goal of the game for Elena Schmidt, but Richland giving the Warbirds a little taste of their own medicine. After Warbirds did a great job rebounding in that first half of play, as the Warbirds, led by the 6 of Emerson Johnson, leave it to Steinhaus. Steinhaus at the free throw line, bounce pass to Williams. Jumper blocked on the way by Schmidt. Rebound put back by Steinhaus, tipped out of bounce by Tazark, but Elena already gets her second block of the game. As subbing into the contest, Dotson Rod will check back in for the first time. We'll see the 5'6" junior and Kelly Frecking here for the Warbirds. Warbirds on the inbounds. They will give this one to the right wing as they do with Johnson. Back to Steinhaus here. Steinhaus ripping it through inside the paint. Bounce pass on the baseline, and this one will go out of bounds and a turnover here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Winner of this contest will be the number 4 seed and play at 3 o'clock a week from today in Jamestown against the District 2 champ of either Lemoore, Litchfield Marion, or Linton HMB. Right wing. Now for the Colts, that'll go to Miranowski up top to Loff. Loff on the drive to Miranowski, interior to Schmidt. Schmidt, nice little triangle game to Loff. Right pocket 3, that'll go long. Rebound, though, for Richland. Janet Tazark gets another board, but throws it away right to the opposite 11, and Emerson Johnson. Johnson with it off the backboard, no. Rebound, though, for Dotson Rod, and then we're going to have a held ball in the arrow. We'll keep it here with Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Richland to make a substitution as Cindy Loff will check in. The broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized with special arrangement with the Board of Directors, North Dakota High School Activities Association, also the ADs with District 1 as well. As the Warbirds, right wing, will see this, not a Steinhaus. Steinhaus inside the paint, drive kick, left-handed side with the basketball. Warbirds jumper on the way. This one will rattle in for 2 points off the bench for head coach Rylan Gutzmer here, Frecking with her first field goal of the game. Warbirds coming off a 12-11 season from a year ago, making it to the Region 1 quarterfinals. They were able to defeat Enderlin in a region qualifier a season ago. Well, for the Richland Colts, they get a second track at this one, but a turnover here over the outstretched hands of Miranowski. Richland went 8-14 a season ago. They lost last season here for the Richland Colts to Oaks in a region qualifier. As we'll take a quick timeout, we will break with them. 6:03 left here in the second quarter.
We offer the greatest broadband that anyone can subscribe to. And that's because of the infrastructure that we have been able to build over the last decade. You know, we're talking 10 gigabit per customer. That's the network we're building. There's days I think about, what's the network going to be after I retire? Where it continues to evolve, and if it evolves as much as what it has in the last 73 years, we can't even dream what it's going to be in the future.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Time out on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. Bank North, member FDIC, equal housing lender. See what values-based banking can do for you at banknorth.bank. After the timeout, Mendoza will see this here. Timeout by the Richland Colts. That's their first. Interior now for the Warbirds as they work it back on the inside of Dodson. Right back to Johnson. Emerson trying to cross over. Good wall defensively there by Miranowski. And a tie-up will favor the Richland Colts. As we're losing to... before we went to break, Richland lost to Oaks in this very game a season ago, so trying to do one step better. Well, for the Warbirds, they can win back-to-back years that they would join both Oaks, Sargent County, and Maple River and the region tournament here from District 1, so to be the same four teams. Richland trying to get a new team in there this year with a win. But we get a jump ball back the other way, and it will go towards Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Warbirds so far 16 rebounds, 8 offensive. Richland with 11, 6 offensive here for the Colts, who are shooting 5 of 17 from the floor, while the Warbirds are shooting 4 of 17 so far from the free throw line. Wyndmere Lidgerwood with the basketball, bounce pass, high post, Jurdy looking backdoor to Johnson off the window, good for 2. Nice little 1-4 high-low set. Jurdy on the back cut to Johnson. She's got 8. Warbirds lead it by 1. Ball will go right wing to Fisher. Fisher looking for the high post. Mendoza comes away with a steal. Valerie up the floor now to Emerson Johnson. Johnson from the block off the window gets another one. Emerson in double digits with 10. Warbirds with their largest lead here of the game on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard here at 3. Schmidt, left wing jumper. Richland got it to go. Mallory Gunness with a deep 2-pointer, and the Colts are on the board here for the second time in this second quarter. After a Schmidt interior shot, Mallory Gunness gets one there from the wing. Wyndmere Lidgerwood bounce pass. Jurdy looking back toward Mendoza. Mendoza gets fouled, and there's the 1-4 set yet again. Foul comes on Abby Fisher, her first, the team's first, and Valerie, a 70% free throw shooter, heads to the line to shoot 2. Mendoza. Free throw attempt on the way is going to be good. Substitution as Cindy Loff will check in also with Abby Fisher. Well, for the Warbirds, they will bring Summer Steinhaus into the game. The Richland Colts, 4 seniors on their roster with Miranowski, Loff, also with Inger Holman and Elena Schmidt. Well, for the Warbirds, they have 5 with Bryn Williams, Summer Steinhaus, Emerson Johnson, Sam Dotson, and also Maria Jurdy here for the Warbirds. So a good chunk of seniors for both teams on the roster here this year. Steiger trying to avoid a double team here, picks up her dribble, gives it up top to Loff as the Warbirds now match a little zone pressure defense. Loff right wing to Steiger. Steiger here able to rip this one through. Steiger back up top. Well, she gives it left wing to Loff. Loff with a ball fake, gives it to the high post to Fisher. Fisher gives it back to Loff. Left pocket 3 on the way for Sydney. That'll go along. Backside board's going to get tipped. Steinhaus is there. We'll get a foul here on Richland. Mallory Gunness coming across, and she'll get tabbed with a foul. That'll be her 3rd, team 2nd here of the quarter, as Shelby Granholt, the 5'4 freshman, will make a substitution here, as coming out will be Mallory Gunness here for the Colts. Under 4 minutes to play before we get to our halftime show, brought to you in part by David Bergman Agency. Warbirds will make a substitution here as Bryn Williams will check in. We'll recap what happened in the Oaks win over the Tri-State Tigers. Get you ready for what's coming up a little bit later on in the District 1 Championship, that and more. Once we get to our halftime report. Foul here on the Warbirds. Bryn Williams and Jurdy were there, and Jake Schlecht will say the foul will be on Jurdy. Her first, team's first of the quarter, as Elena Schmidt will come back into the game here as Abby Fisher will check out. Colts will set up the offensive set. They led by 1 after 1 quarter play, trailing here by 2 midway through the second. Steiger with the basketball, gives it right-handed side to Loft. Jumper from the baseline. This one's good. Cindy Loft's got 3, and we're tied at 15 apiece. Third tie of the contest. Bryn Williams leaves it up top. That'll go to Emerson Johnson. Johnson to the left wing, now to Frecking. Bounce pass. Nice find for 2. Bryn Williams able to finish with the 2 points. Good pass there for Frecking. As now a 17-15 lead here as we're nearing the 3-minute mark. Steiger at the right wing here for the Colts. Taking a couple of dribbles on the baseline. Warbirds coming out to trap as they do. This one goes to Granholt. Granholt gives it back to Loft. High post touch to Schmidt. Schmidt sees it, but Emerson Johnson just kind of hanging around, gets the steal, leads a 2-on-1. The other side, Johnson bounce pass, dirty left-handed layup is up and off the mark. Rebound for Johnson, who gets fouled, and 2 free throw attempts upcoming. Shelby Granholt will pick up her first, the team's third, and 2 free throws here for Emerson Johnson. Warbirds 3 of 4 at the free throw line as a team. Free throw attempts on the way here for Emerson's up and in. She's got 11. Free throw attempts number 2 on the way here for Johnson. As the second one is up and also in here for Emerson. She's got 6 in both quarters right now. Warbirds back up by 4 with 2:45 left here in the first half. Cindy Loft, right wing. Bounce pass. Gives it to Dzarg. Able to skip it. Left-handed side. 10-footer is good. Abby Fisher finishes for 2. Got the ball reversal. Quick trigger there by Fisher. She was ready for it. Launched it and let it go and gets rewarded with a field goal. Emerson Johnson back in the front court now for the Warbirds. Able to drive at the left wing. Johnson spins, hands it off to Steinhaus. Steinhaus going to drive inside the paint. Steinhaus with a nice shot fake, but we'll see a traveling violation before the shot went up, and a turnover here on the Warbirds. That was one of the better offensive sets, though, that we've seen from Wyndmere Lidgerwood in terms of a quality look and making their way down the paint. Miranowski with it here. Miranowski, 15-footer, that'll go long. Miranowski gets it, and a foul here on Mendoza. Valerie with the foul. That'll be her first, the team's second after the rebound by Lillian Miranowski. And for the Richland Colts, a chance to inbound it here. They're 0 of 8 from 3. Wyndmere Lidgerwood's 0 of 1 so far from beyond the arc. Colts on the inbounds, give it to Miranowski. Back to Loft here as Mendoza went for the steal. Loft with a step, able to handle it to the high post. Schmidt, right wing, Fisher. Fisher with the skip. Miranowski on the inside to Elena Schmidt. Double team comes and Schmidt lost it. A turnover here on the Richland Colts. Richland will have to go back defensively. Here's the Warbirds up by 2, trying to add to their point total with Emerson Johnson. Johnson here at the high post, crossing over right to left. Johnson at the left baseline now for the Warbirds. Johnson step. Able to give it now up top to Dotson-Rod, as Dotson-Rod will handle it here. Nice little backdoor cut to Steinhaus with the left-handed layup for 2. Steinhaus has 4, give Dotson-Rod the assist. Warbirds lead it by 4 here. 85 seconds remaining in the half. Miranowski inside the paint, and a traveling violation here on Richland. For the Warbirds, they will inbound the basketball. And starting to get a little bit of a rhythm right now. That back cut's been there for the Warbirds as Mendoza. I just rolled her ankle right there. She hit the deck with it, going one-on-one. Elena Schmidt going to get called for the foul after the Warbirds going hard to the paint there with Dotson-Rod. And Sam will head a line to shoot 2 as Elena Schmidt will pick up her first, team's 4th. And so far you've seen the Warbirds time and time again running that 1-4 set, getting it to the high post. Looking for that first option, that old Princeton back cut when it's there, and then if that's not there, Dotson Rod went right at Elena Schmidt, got rewarded with 2 free throws. Warbirds up by 5, trying to make it 6 here. Wyndmere Lidgerwood with a 14-point quarter so far. This one is going to be long. Rebound, Jurdy. Jurdy kick. Johnson, 3-point on the way for Emerson. That'll go long. Ball gets deflected, and Elena Schmidt comes away with the defensive board. Loff to Jenna Tazarek. Tazarek to Schmidt. Schmidt gives it back to Tazarek here. Left wing to Miranowski. She'll launch. She'll shoot, and she'll score. Miranowski with her third main 3 of the tournament. Colts back within a possession here, as he'll handle it with Emerson Johnson. Johnson to Jurdy. Jurdy looking back door, nothing there. Gives it now to Steinhaus. Steinhaus going to pop a pass on the interior. Schmidt was there with her hands. Jurdy sees us on the deck, and Cindy Loff will come away with a steal. Last shot of the half potentially here for Richland. Loff, left wing, Fisher. Skips this to Miranowski, back to Loff on the baseline. Back to Miranowski, she'll shoot for the lead. This one will go short, rebound to Jurdy. 8 seconds, now to Mendoza with 6. Up the floor to Steinhaus with 4. Steinhaus looking for Emerson, good hands defensively by Miranowski to bat that one out of bounds. With 2.1 seconds left to play here in the half, as the Warbirds will inbound the basketball. Enough time to catch, shoot, and dribble. As Steinhaus gives this inside Jurdy, turnaround jumper, no, and that's how we'll end our first half of play. Wyndmere Lidgerwood, 14 points in the quarter, while for the Richland Colts, they finished with 11 in the second. Warbirds lead by 2 as we go to the half, brought to you in part by Farmers Union Insurance, David Bergman Agency.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Wyndmere Auto is now an Auto Value Parts store. Their dedicated staff at Wyndmere Auto provides service and repair on cars, tractors, and trucks. In addition to being your hometown auto, ag, and truck service, Wyndmere Auto has the supplies from hardware and plumbing to agriculture solutions to local specialty products. Wyndmere Auto will strive to give you the best service at the greatest value possible. For shop hour specials or auto products, go online to WyndmereAuto.com. Wyndmere Auto, located at 500 Highway 13 West in Wyndmere.
Benedictine Mission Coordinator has a great move-in special. For a limited time, you can save $5,000 when you move in. That's $1,000 off your first 4 months of rent, and the $1,000 move-in fee is waived. Your rent at Benedictine Mission Coordinator covers 3 meals a day, home and yard maintenance, indoor access to Essentia Health Clinic and Benedictine Therapy Services, and much more. To schedule an appointment, call Benedictine Mission Court at 218-784-5250. Save $5,000 with this move-in special.
High school basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. 22-20, Wyndmere Lidgerwood out in front over the Richland Colts. Chase Miller, Peter Steinke, and you here on this Monday evening. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure you patronize all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring you the District 1 Girls Basketball Tournament. For the Warbirds here, 8 points in the first quarter. They finished with 14 in the second. Richland with 9 and then 11 in the second half and the second quarter of play. Warbirds 8 of 24 from the floor. They're 0 of 2 from 3. 6 of 8 from the stripe. 21 rebounds, 5 assists to 8 turnovers. While for the Richland Colts here, 9 of 24 shooting from the floor. 1 of 10 from the land of 3. They're 1 of 3 from the free throw line. 14 rebounds, 6 assists to 8 turnovers here for Richland. Wyndmere Lidgerwood, 12 points for Emerson Johnson on 4 of 11 shooting. Johnson, 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. From there, 4 points for Summer Steinhaus with 5 rebounds. You do have 2 points here for Bryn Williams and 2 points for Callie Frecking, and a rebound and a point here for Valerie Mendoza. Again, the Warbirds led by the 12 of Johnson and the 4 of Summer Steinhaus. For the Richland Colts, they're led by the 6 points, 5 rebounds of Janet Tazarek, who's 3 of 4 from the floor with 2 assists. Tazarek again with 6 and 5. 3 points then for Cindy Loff off the bench. You have 3 points for Lillian Miranowski with a steal and a rebound. 2 points for Mallory Gunnis, 2 points for Abby Fisher, and 2 points for Ashley Steiger, and 2 points, 5 rebounds for Elena Schmidt. Again, Schmidt with 2 points does have 2 block shots here for the Richland Colts. Points off turnovers, +9 for Wyndmere Lidgerwood at 13-4, and points in the paint, +7 for the Warbirds at 15-8. At the half, again, it's 22-20, Wyndmere Lidgerwood out in front. We come back, we'll recap what happened earlier today between Oaks and Tri-State and get you ready for the championship. That's all still to come on our Farmers Union Insurance David Bergman Agency Halftime Report.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
In a world of chaos, you need superhero-level protection.
I keep telling everyone they need to get the right protection for their lifestyle. Some do. We do.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IRIinsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
Looking for a college experience where you can get a degree and make a difference? Valley City State University is the top public regional college in North Dakota, as ranked by U.S. News & World Report. Visit today at vcsu.edu/visit.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassiz Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems or working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they'll come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Call 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
As we take a look at what happened earlier today here in Valley City at the Bubble, the Oaks Tornadoes defeated Tri-State 49-30 as the Tornadoes were led by 5 players who had 7 points or more, 13 points and 6 rebounds for Molly Sitzler. Izzy Freed finished with 9 points and 13 rebounds. Another near double-double performance for Freed, 10 points for Deflison. Tri-State, Shallie Lawrence finished her final game as a senior with 11 points, 4 boards, and the same for Isley Rabbithead for the Tigers with 10 points and 4 rebounds. That's, again, what happened earlier today. Coming up later, we'll get to Maple River and Sargent County in the girls' basketball championship. A season ago, Sargent County beat Maple River in the championship 55-32. Can the Bulldogs go back-to-back, or can Maple River get a little revenge from last season? We'll find out that, and we'll also find out our Coach of the Year, Senior Athlete of the Year, and the All-District team as well here in District 1. So that, again, will be coming up after the conclusion of our girls' basketball championship, and we'll have that for you right here on yourliveevent.com. Some other scores that have gone final earlier today. District 2, Edgeley-Cullum Montpelier over Ellendale, 50-20. That game has gone final. District 3, a region qualifier, St. John over Midway Minto. And in District 4, Griggs-Makota gets by New Nelson County 38-35. District 2 going on right now. Kidder County, Napoleon Gacko Streeter in a region qualifier. The District 2 championship will feature Lamorla Chomerian and Linton HMB. At the half here between the Warbirds and the Colts, it is the Warbirds with a 2-point advantage here in this one, as they are led again by the 12 of Emerson Johnson. Richland led by the 6 and 5 of Janet Tazarek with the 6 points and 5 rebounds. That does it for a halftime show, brought to you in part by Farmers Union Insurance with David Bergman Agency. From business to crop to health and more, call 701-724-6252. That's 724-6252 to get in touch with David and his team at Farmers Union Insurance, David Bergman Agency, serving the Foreman, Oaks, and surrounding communities. Back with our second half next in Valley City.
Anderson Seed Farms Incorporated is your local LG Seeds and Dairyland seed dealership. They offer the latest traits and genetics in both corn and soybeans along with alfalfa. Anderson Seed Farms is also a certified seed conditioning plant that grows, conditions, and sells Westbred spring wheat seed, which was the top-grown spring wheat in North Dakota last year. If you'd like to know more about these industry-leading products, contact Anderson Seed Farms in Foreman at 701-724-3601 or check out andersonseedfarms.com.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
Don't leave anything to chance with your home's heating system this winter. Trust Bears Home Solutions to keep your home's heating system running at maximum efficiency. From installation and maintenance to 24/7 emergency service, our team of friendly professionals are equipped to handle any heating equipment in your home. Rated the Red River Valley's top home HVAC and plumbing company. Bears Home Solutions. You need a bear in there.
As we take a look at the Richland Colts bench here, head coach is Olivia Schmidt to start this second half of play here for Richland. The Colts balanced scoring with 7 players in the scoring column, but you had 4 players with 2 points, 2 with 3 points, and then the 6 for Janet Tazarek here for the Richland Colts. Well, for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds, a little bit different. You had 2 players with 2, 2 players with 1, 1 player with 4 with Steinhaus and Emerson Johnson in double digits with 12. Officials here in this one more time of Jake Schlecht, Michael Sorley, and Lance Lukes as we get you ready for our second half of play. Winner makes their way to Jamestown a week from today in the Regional 1 quarters. Loser as their season come to a close. Richland, right-handed side, gives this one to Fisher, not a Miranowski. Able to whip it on the interior to Schmidt, and Mendoza comes away with a steal. Mendoza, home run pass up the floor to Emerson Johnson, who gets deflected. Emerson stays with it off the left hand. No, put back off the window, got it. Emerson with 14 points. Mendoza, Johnson, Steinhaus, Jurdy, and Dotson Rod to start the second half here for the Warbirds. Miranowski, give and go, gives it now to Schmidt. Right wing to Fisher, looking inside it to Zarek. And then Mallory Gunnis on the floor. The arrow will make its way now to Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Warbirds, if they win this game, it'll be the same 4 teams from a season ago, which made it to the Region 1 tournament from District 1. With Wyndmere, Lidgerwood, Oaks, Sargent County, and Maple River made it to Jamestown last season. 2 teams out of this district also made it to state a season ago. There's a 3 for Emerson Johnson. Her second 3-pointer of the tournament. That's just the second 3 of the tournament for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, but Emerson right now with 17. Largest lead here for the Warbirds at 7. Tazarek pass on the inside, going to get stolen away and ripped away there by Dotson Rod. Mendoza at the wing, ankle cross. Mendoza sees this one, right-handed side to Summer Steinhaus. Steinhaus going to drive, bounce pass, and this one will get tipped and kicked out of bounds. But going back to a season ago, you had the Richland Colts coming up short in a region qualifier, but 2 teams made it from District 1 to state with Maple River, Sargent County. Sargent County taking 3rd and Maple River taking 8th a year ago. Mendoza off the window. That one's going to get tipped out, and the Colts will come away with it here. That's Miranowski. Miranowski wants to get up and boogie. Here goes Abby Fisher off the mark. No rebound. Miranowski who gets fouled. Miranowski, a 68% free throw shooter. Foul will be assessed here on a Summer Steinhaus. Her second, the team's first of the quarter. As you'll have 2 free throws upcoming here for Richland. Colts 1 of 3 from the free throw line in the first half. Now 2 of 4 in the game. As substitution as Ashley Steiger will check in. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming here for Richland. As Steiger able to hit the second, she's got 5. Now it's to a 5-point game here. Just over 6 minutes to play in this third quarter. Ball will go left wing for the Warbirds to Steinhaus here. Now back up top to Dotson-Rod. Dotson-Rod sees us on the weave to Johnson. 15-footer for Emerson off the iron. Rebound gets tapped out, and Jurdy will come up with a Jurdy jumper on the way. That's short. Ball gets deflected, and this one will be ripped through by Jurdy. Jurdy gives it to Emerson. Emerson inside the paint. Block shot by Elena Schmidt, her third. Mendoza corrals it. Looking for a back cut, does. Mendoza sees a foul on Jana. Enough of the body. Zark will pick up her second. That'll be the team's first of the second half, and free throws upcoming here for Mendoza, who's 1 of 2 from the line so far here this evening. Mendoza, free throw attempt on the way for the Warbirds is going to go long. As Wyndmere Lidgerwood now 6 of 9 from the charity stripe. Free throw attempt number 2 to try to extend this lead up to 6. Mendoza able to do that. 28-22 in favor of the Warbirds. Here at the 5:45 mark on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future. Go to dhb.bank. That's dhb.bank with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Colts, Steiger, right wing to Loff. Loff will see it on the interior, back up top. Jumper on the way for Steiger. That'll go long off the iron. No rebound here for Miranowski, and a traveling violation on Richland. Richland Colts, pretty much nearly everybody on that District 1 all-girls basketball all-academic team here this season for Coach Olivia Schmidt. High post touch goes Mendoza. Mendoza off the window. This one rattles out as Elena Schmidt will come up with it. Schmidt on the outlet. Leads a 2-on-2 now with Miranowski. Miranowski on the pass to Tazarek. Tazarek back to Miranowski here as they work it up top to Schmidt. Back to Lillian on the give and go as Miranowski sees a steal and poked away by Emerson Johnson. Johnson to Mendoza. Mendoza trying to get by Loft. This one off the window. Good for 2. Valerie now with 4. Warbirds lead it by 8 here, starting to separate just a little midway through this third quarter of play. Steiger at the wing. Steiger up top, able to reverse it to Loff. Loff on the skip. This goes to Miranowski. Miranowski's going to drive to Steiger here at the top. Steiger jumper from 15 gets fouled, and free throws upcoming. Steiger 1 of 2 at the free throw line here in the tournament. Steinhaus picks up her third, the team's second. But going back to Richland, Fisher, Glazo, Granholt, Gunnis, Hermansley, Holman, Little, Loft, Miranowski, Mead, Peterson, Schmidt, Steiger, and Tazarek all on the all-academic team here for the Richland Colts. Well, for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, Dotson, Ron, Jurdy with Emerson Johnson, Steinhaus, Skockler, Bowen-Stingle, and Reese Hosford here on the all-academic team here for the Warbirds. Going 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and the Richland Colts will see this one stay with Richland after it got deflected. And a quick timeout here for Olivia Schmidt will break as well. 4:30 left to go here in the third.
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the open spaces here and being able to go in and out. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators. I just have most everything that I need close at hand.
Time on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North as we take a look inside the Wyndmere Lidgerwood bench with head coach Rylan Gutzmer here. Bank North, member FDIC, equal housing lender. See what values-based banking can do for you. Member FDIC. Go to banknorth.bank. Again, that's banknorth.bank at Bank North. 30-23, 4:30 left here in the third quarter after the timeout by Olivia Schmidt. They'll have 3 remaining for the Richland Colts. Nice cut by Tazarek. Give the assist to Elena Schmidt. Jenna Tazarek now has 8. As the Richland Colts are back within 5. Little full court pressure defense. Mendoza gives this one to Williams as they give it up the floor now to Frecking. Frecking back to Williams here as they will give it to Mendoza. Mendoza left wing for Emerson Johnson. Johnson here going to drive to the baseline. Williams jumper on the way. Got it. Bryn Williams for 2 and a quick timeout by Rowling Gutzmer. Will break as well here. 3:58 left in the third.
Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Well, a timeout here for both of these clubs, and for Rowling Gutzmer, that's the first one that he's taking today. So the Warbirds will have 4 remaining, brought to you in part by Bank North. 32-25, Wyndmere Lidgerwood leads it by 7 as the Richland Colts here will give it to Schmidt right wing as Warbirds going a little zone pressure defense. Ball gets deflected, and staying with it is going to be Fisher. Fisher then gives this one to Miranowski. Miranowski on the inside to Schmidt. Shovel pass to Tazarek, and they do it again for 2. Tazarek's got 10. Full court pressure defense here for the Colts. With it is Williams. Williams gets triple teamed across the way. Another timeout for Rylan Gutzmer to save the possession with 3:28 left in the third quarter. It's a 30, and we'll break with them again here in the third on your live event.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Well, it feels like maybe the end of regulation, then midway through the third quarter with these timeouts taken, but trying to save the possession, get your coaching strategy out there as well. So now both teams will have 3 remaining as the Warbirds will handle it now in the front court. Ball left-handed side to Johnson. Emerson will take it here, takes the ball screen to the high post as Emerson bounce pass to Mendoza. Mendoza with a shot fake spins. Mendoza trying to force one on the inside, and Elena Schmidt comes away with a rip-away steal. Schmidt up the floor now to Fisher. Fisher here for the Richland Colts, gives it to Tazarek. Tazarek with the pass and off the hands of Mallory Gunnis, and a turnover here on Richland. Cindy Loff will check in for the aforementioned Gunnis as Jurdy will come in now for Wyndmere Lidgerwood as Dotson-Rod will take a breather. Season ago for both of these clubs, you look at Richland, Elena Schmidt was on the all-district team with Miranowski, and last year Emerson Johnson, Valerie Mendoza, and Olivia Froelich were all-district selections last season for the Warbirds. Bounce pass across now to Jurdy. Jurdy left wing to Mendoza. Mendoza able to spin at the left wing, rising for a 3 on the way. Got it to go. Mendoza's got 7, and the Warbirds lead it by 8. Cindy Loff, bounce pass to Schmidt. Schmidt hard dribble to Miranowski. Lillian open, 3-pointer coming. That'll go long. Rebound for Schmidt, though. Elena able to spin inside back to Miranowski. Miranowski gives it to Elena here at the wing. Miranowski trying to cut open. Loff will handle it here. Schmidt able to tip it out to Lillian. Up top to Fisher. Fisher reverse it back to Loff. Loff, good bounce pass as the Colts are working it around this zone right now, looking for a quality look. As Richland will give it to Tazarek. Jumper from 13. That'll go long, but rebound, though, for Jana. She's double-teamed, and then we'll have the arrow, and this one will stay with the Richland Colts. Richland did a good job passing around that zone. Just no one was able to get a shot attempt off, and they did get an opportunity there for Jana. Able to follow your own shot. No one boxed out the shooter, and you get a second crack at it here with the jump ball. Loff gives it on the interior to Elena Schmidt. Now to Steiger. Steiger sees a block shot by Jurdy. Mendoza goes to the other side of the floor looking for a cutting Jurdy. Jurdy with the block, and Jurdy just can't get the layup out of bounds, and it will stay with the Warbirds. But Jurdy gets the block shot there for the Warbirds, and now gives Wyndmere Lidgerwood a chance underneath with the basketball here, as they will inbound it with Emerson Johnson, as Richland will make a substitution as Mallory Gunnis will check in. Jenna Tazarek will check out. Richland 7 points in the quarter to Wyndmere Lidgerwood's 13 right now. Warbirds want 15. Shot no. Rebound Jurdy after the miss there by Frecking. Jurdy gives it to Mendoza. Mendoza at the right wing. Lost it for a moment and a turnover. Turnover here on the Warbirds. Lance Luke said went out of bounds. As you will see it now here for the Richland Colts. Cindy Loff into the front court, leaves it right-handed side. This one goes on the interior to Schmidt. Schmidt off the window, good for two. Lena Schmidt's got 4. Colts back within 2 possessions here as the crowd continues to file in for the title a little bit later on with Sargent County and Maple River. Warbirds at the wing. We'll give this one on to Emerson Johnson. This one rattles out, rebound to Elena Schmidt. Outlets now for the Richland Colts, as Richland will bring it to left wing. Miranowski up top, back to the baseline. Jumper on the way for Richland. Got it. Mallory Gunnis now with 4. A couple possessions of some good looks here for Richland to cut this deficit down to 4 points. Frecking at the wing. And Frecking will see a foul, they're going to call it here on Cindy Loff. Loff going to get called for the foul, her first, the team's second. Substitution into the game as Richland will bring in Miranowski for Steiger, while the Warbirds will return Summer Steinhaus into the game for Frecking. Warbirds on the inbounds to Dotson-Rod. Dotson-Rod inside the paint, back to Johnson. Emerson here taking a couple hard dribbles as she leaves this one off. Jumper here for Steinhaus is good. Steinhaus with the made field goal. She's got 6. That is the margin right now on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Zone continues. Miranowski inside to Schmidt, who spins on the baseline off the window. Good for 2. Lena Schmidt's got 6. Warbirds to Johnson. Johnson skip to Steinhaus. To Jurdy with 3. Jurdy with 1. Trying the up and under. And Schmidt got there defensively. And Jurdy just going to get the shot off. Warbirds lead it by 4 as we head to the 4th on yourliveevent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
The City of Hillsborough invites you to make Hillsborough your home. If you're looking for a new home or a job, check out the opportunities in Hillsborough and see what the community can offer you and your family. Enjoy a quality family life with community, education, church, entertainment, and more. For all neighbors and those driving through the region, we welcome you to come and shop with the businesses in Hillsborough. If you have questions related to services available in the City of Hillsborough, contact the Hillsborough City Office at 701-636-4620.
Coming up, we'll get to our modified post-game show, get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, our Agassi Precision Egg Play of the Contest. That and more is still to come once we get to our post-game show here later today. 37-33, Wyndmere Lidgerwood out in front over the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds here as we begin our 4th quarter play. Chase Miller, Peter Steinke with you here, broadcasting from the Farmers Union Insurance, David Bergman Agency broadcast booth, serving the Foreman, Oaks, and surrounding communities and townships. Call 701-724-6252. That's 724-6252 to get in contact with David throughout the week. Broncos right-handed side to Emerson Johnson. Leaves it up top now. Open Dotson-Rod as she will travel with the basketball. That's pretty much what they're doing with Dotson-Rod, and you see it with certain particular players and that might not shoot the three that much throughout the course of the season. They're pretty much then saying, well, we'll dare you to shoot it. We'll take away the drive and try to help on the inside. And Dotson-Rod, almost too open on that, was looking for the reversal. Nothing was there, then just walked with the basketball. As you'll see it now for the Richland Colts. Pass inside to Schmidt, looking for the cross-court pass then to Zarek, and the arrow will stay with the Richland Colts. One thing we've seen once Elena does get the ball on that left block, they're cutting from the wing, from the right wing to the right block, therefore to Zarek, and it's worked a handful of times here today. Ball will go to Miranowski, three-pointer, rattling in and out. Rebound to the Warbirds here with Jurdy. Winner of this game makes their way to Jamestown next week, and they will play at the 3 o'clock afternoon game against the District 2 champion of either Lemoore, Litchell, Marion, or Linton HMB a week from today. Johnson, guarded by Loft, bounce pass inside to Dotson-Rod. Step now to Steinhaus. Steinhaus taking the screen, lost it for a moment, gives it to Johnson here with 7 on the shot clock. Open, Dotson-Rod from 10. This one rattles in. Dotson-Rod with her first made field goal of the game. She's got 3 points after having a free throw back in the second. Still a 2-possession game right now, and we'll see a foul underneath. And anytime Elena posts up on the inside like a moth to a flame, the Warbirds come with about 2, if not 3 players to try to get in front or try to help side defense. Jurdy picks up her second, team's first. As substitution as Mallory Gunnis will check out, as coming back in will be Abby Fisher. As you'll handle it now for the Richland Colts. They will give it to Miranowski. Miranowski inside the paint. This one is up and this one's in. Miranowski's 7 points. Colts back within 4. They just haven't been able to get it within that to make it a 1-possession game as the Warbirds trying to answer with Jurdy. Shots up long, rebound here. Elena Schmidt will see it go out of bounds. And it will be last touch as Jake Schlecht and Michael Sorley will talk it over here on the near sideline to see whose it's going to be, and it will be Wyndmere Lidgerwood with the basketball. Inbounds on the way coming here for the Warbirds, as the Warbirds will see this to the high post. They find Emerson Johnson. Johnson gets fouled and count it. Emerson now with 19 of the game here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Foul will come across here on Richland with Miranowski, her first and the team's first of the quarter. And can the Warbirds get this one up to 7 points in 3 possessions? Johnson, that'll go long. Rebound, though, and we'll see a foul then on the reach. As you'll see this on Emerson Johnson, that'll be her first and the team's second, as Emerson was trying to get the jump ball. Instead, it had a reach and foul, as the Richland Colts now will handle it back with Ashley Steiger, and it's been hanging around this 4 to 6 point margin for quite some time here. As ball will go right wing, tip, not a Steiger. Steiger back up top, able to dribble to the wing. Steiger leaves it now to Miranowski. Miranowski with 6 minutes left here in the fourth. Now to Fisher. Fisher to Miranowski, and she lost it. Jurdy gets the steal. Other side to Johnson. Ball's going to be on the deck. It's still loose. Elena Schmidt rips it through. Then Mendoza comes away with a steal. Mendoza to Johnson. Emerson, hard dribble to the paint, off the window long. Rebound here for Steinhaus. And ball will be last touched by Johnson and go towards the Richland Colts. Cindy Loft to check back in here with 5:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. As Richland trying to find themselves to a 1-possession game. If they can get a quality look here, potentially for 3 or an and 1. If not, try to trim that deficit down to 4. Schmidt up top. Warbirds will stay in that 2-3 zone. Miranowski, right wing 3 coming. That'll go short. Rebound for it to Zarek before the shot, as she got the loose ball, and a foul will be on the Warbirds. That's their third. Foul comes across on Steinhaus. That's her fourth. So we got 4 on Steinhaus, 2 on Jurdy, as Steinhaus will check out, and Frecking make that. Bryn Williams will check in For the Richland Colts, he got 3 on Mallory Gunnis, 2 on Tazark, and everybody else with 1 or none. Ball will go to Miranowski. Miranowski on the baseline here. Gives it now to Schmidt. Schmidt to Loff. Loff going to drive to the wing. Now to Fisher. Fisher with it on the skip pass to Miranowski. Miranowski sees a block shot by Mendoza. And Mendoza will try to go coast to coast. Mendoza throwing in one off the backboard. Rebound to Valerie. Valerie with it on the skip and coming up with a steal is Tazarek. And then we got a traveling violation here on Tazarek. So far for the Warbirds, 4 points in this quarter. 2 here from Richland with Lillian Miranowski as Steiger, and alongside Mallory Gunnis will check back into the game. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. 5:01 remaining in the fourth. Timeout on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Crossroads Electric is committed to providing solutions for every customer. They know that each customer is different, which is why all of their services can be easily customized. Whether it is heating, ventilating, or air conditioning, let the team at Crossroads Electric take care of you from residential, commercial, or ag electric work. With offices in Milner and Lisbon, Crossroads Electric serves Sargent, Ransom, Richland, Dickey, and Lemoore counties. Call Crossroads Electric today for your professional-grade low-level coal monitor at 701-427-4328.
High school basketball today as we take a look at our fan cam. This timeout brought to you in part by Bank North. They've been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper. See what values-based banking can do for you by going to banknorth.bank. That again is banknorth.bank. 41-35 here late in the fourth quarter as the timeout on the floor here with the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds and Ryland Gutzmer. They will have 2 remaining here in this one. Warbirds 36% shooting from the floor, 7 of 11 from the line. Richland at 39%, 4 of 7 from the stripe. Colts with 17 turnovers, while for Richland, for the Warbirds, they got 14. Mendoza taking the ball screen here, steps into a 3, rainbow jumper off the backboard, rebound, put back Jurdy, and she gets fouled. Fisher will pick up her second. That'll be the team's second as well for Richland. Free throws upcoming here for Jurdy. Jurdy held scoreless, has a blocked shot, a handful of rebounds here today for the 5'11 senior. Free throw attempts here for Jurdy is up, and it's good. The Warbirds now 8 of 12 from the floor, from the free throw line. As Jurdy gets the second one to go as well. Now it's an 8-point margin here with just under 5 minutes to play. Steiger, as they're trying to post up to Zark. Elena Schmidt getting a little breather on the bench here for Richland. Ball will go right wing interior. Ball gets deflected by Jurdy now to Mendoza. As Mendoza across the timeline as they do. Mendoza here at the right elbow. Gives this one to Johnson now. Johnson on the drive. Johnson sees this one, a block shot coming as Fisher picks up her third. Emerson to the line to shoot 2. Trying to get to 20 points. As the foul will be coming again against Fisher, her third of the contest. And free throw attempt upcoming here is up, and it's good. Summerson Johnson now with 20. As Elena Schmidt and Sydney Loff will check into the game. Also back in will be Frecking here for the Warbirds. Free throw attempt number 2 is good. 21 on the night here for Johnson. And the Warbirds just extending this lead as they lead it now by 10. Largest deficit here for Richland. Left-handed side goes Mallory Gunnis. Gunnis with the basketball here. And we'll have a carrying violation and a turnover here for the Richland Colts. As you see, the Warbirds coming off the most points they've given up in a season was 64 against Maple River back on Saturday. They just ran into a buzzsaw. Not sure many teams would have beat Maple River the way they came out in that first half of play. A good effort here from Wyndmere Lidgerwood against a scrappy Richland team who took Sargent County near to the brink in that quarterfinal round matchup, losing by 1, 44-43. Foul will be assessed here on the Colts. That'll be on Tazark, her third, team's fourth. And Richland able to beat Enderlin, where they gave up the least amount of points in a game this season, 28 against the Eagles in their 48-28 win. Well, for Wyndmere Lidgerwood right now, they'll give this to Dotson-Rod. Dotson-Rod looking for a teammate. Now right wing to Emerson Johnson. Johnson will shoot a deep two-pointer here for Emerson. Short rebound for Sidney Loff here on the Richland Colts. Loff able to get up the floor here for Richland. To Miranowski, inside to Schmidt. Schmidt going to go hard on the inside. Triple team down to Tazarek. Tazarek back to Miranowski, inside to Schmidt. Nice little find for Elena for 2. Elena's got 8. Warbirds able to defeat Tri-State 47-43, then lost to Maple River 64-33 back on Saturday. Turnover here on Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Well, if you're Richland, you got to stop, you got to score, you got to continue that right now as Warbirds will substitute Summer Steinhaus into the game. And if you get a stop here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, unless it's a wide open jumper, something in transition for Ryland Gutzmer's team, you got to think time management will be something they'll be worrying about the last couple of minutes. Fisher skips it now to Loff. Loff to Miranowski. Miranowski to Tazarek. Left baseline jumper from 15 is good. And just like that, it's a 2-possession game. Under 3 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Things getting a little tighter here inside the bubble. Right wing for the Warbirds, near sideline to Johnson on the interior here as it goes to Mendoza. Mendoza at the left wing, going to drive to the free throw line with the step. Mendoza now to Johnson. Johnson going to go hard to the paint. There's a foul, and Tazarek will pick up the foul. Jana's going to pick up her 4th. And from here on out, it will be 2 free throws here for the Warbirds. As Emerson Johnson in this game was 6 of 7 from the free throw line. 2 free throw attempts upcoming here for Johnson. Able to hit the first now for 22 points as Steiger will check in, as Tazarek will check out. Free throw attempt number 2. That first one was awfully large to make it a 3-possession game. Second one is also good. Johnson came in with 36 points in 2 games here in the tournament. Just going to add to that particular number with 23 here this evening. Miranowski pass inside to Schmidt. Ball gets deflected to Valerie. Mendoza will bring it up the floor now to left-handed side. This one goes to Steinhaus. Steinhaus to the high post to Johnson. Emerson going to drive here. Emerson off the window, good for 2. Johnson now with 25 in the contest. Right wing, and Johnson sees this one tipped out of bounds with 1:58 left to play in the fourth quarter. 49-39, and a timeout here for Olivia Schmidt. Will break as well, as it's a 10-point margin on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
In a world of chaos, you need superhero-level protection.
I keep telling everyone they need to get the right protection for their lifestyle. Some do. We do.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IRIinsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
After the timeout on the floor, both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Warbirds in the bonus from here on out, while Richland has to see Wyndmere Lidgerwood commit 2 fouls before they get in the bonus. After the quick timeout from Coach Olivia Schmidt, you see Steiger here. Steiger with it on the driving kick to Miranowski. Jumper from the baseline, rattles in for 2. Miranowski's got 9. The Colts are back with an 8. Steinhaus to Johnson. Full court pressure defense from Richland. Richland trying to see if they can get a steal, but the Warbirds break the press nicely as they bring it now to Emerson Johnson. Is Miranowski going to come out and apply some pressure to Summer Steinhaus? Steinhaus here gives it to Frecking. This one gets poked away, and now we'll eventually get a foul here for Lillian. Miranowski will pick up her second. 2 free throws upcoming for Bryn Williams. These will be the first free throw attempts for Bryn Williams here of the tournament, a 25% free throw shooter on the season. So obviously you don't want to foul Emerson Johnson the way she's been shooting from the free throw line here in this tournament. So maybe you just wait and see if you can, even though time is precious, if you can find someone who's at least stat-wise. But she gets the shooter's roll to go there for Bryn. She's got 5. Maybe play the numbers, pick the foul on who you want, and then go from there and play it out. Regardless, good free throw there for Bryn. Still a 3-possession game at this point that's barring all of them are threes. Second one for Williams. Gets the shooter's roll to go as well. Hit the back right, the back left of the rim, gets the shooter's roll. 2 big free throws there for the senior guard. Miranowski steps into a 3, book it, and a timeout on the floor. Miranowski now with 12, and with 81 seconds left to play, the Colts are back within 7.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
Timeout on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North, 51-44 after the three-pointer by Miranowski. That is her 4th made three-pointer of the tournament. And a timeout here for the Richland Colts. They will have 1 remaining here for Richland after that Bank North timeout. So you'll handle it now on the baseline here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Same strategy for Richland. If there is a jump ball, the arrow would favor the Warbirds. Emerson Johnson in the front court. Cindy Loff is there. Johnson gives it to Jurdy. Jurdy now to Mendoza. Mendoza back to Bryn Williams. Miranowski looking to get out in front. Back to Emerson Johnson here. Johnson going to cross, and if you're not going to foul, the Warbirds more than content to kill some clock. Mendoza going down the paint on this weaving action. Ball goes to Jurdy. Jurdy with the putback. Schmidt with the block, and out to Tazarek, and a foul on the Warbirds. The last foul that Wyndmere Lidgerwood had to give here. Some clock does come off in terms of time. The foul will be on Bryn Williams, her first, team's 4th. And now you'll see Mallory Gunnis checking into the game as Abby Fisher will check out. Whether it's a 3 or a 2, a made field goal here would make it a 2-possession game. And Richland just with 1 timeout remaining. Colts get this one to Miranowski. Pick and roll game to Tazarek. Tazarek throws it up off the window. No. Rebound here for Jurdy. And now the Colts, they got to start fouling at this point. Elena Schmidt does foul. Summer Steinhaus, a 70% free throw shooter, will head to the line. Schmidt will pick up her 2nd. 2 free throws upcoming again here for Summer Steinhaus. Steinhaus to line to shoot 2. Biggest thing from the Warbirds' perspective, it's a 3-possession game, whether you miss both or you make both. And right now, the question becomes how many more possessions are you going to get from Richland for 42 seconds left to play? As the Warbirds hit the first, second free throw attempt is going to go long. Rebound tipped. Schmidt gives this to Miranowski. Colt's going to push now to Loff. Sydney Loff with it back to Miranowski, back to Loff here, right of the key. 3-pointer for Loff. Gets the shooter's roll to go. Loff's got 6. Full court pressure defense. We're going to have to foul here. They will. Mendoza will head to the free throw line. And Mendoza will shoot 2. As Valerie here tonight, 2 of 4 from the charity stripe. Free throw attempts upcoming here for the Warbirds as Miranowski picks up her 3rd. This one is up and in. 12 free throws now here in the quarter for the Warbirds, and they have made 9 of them. Awfully important second free throw here to get it back up to 3 possessions now. And Mendoza able to do so for Valerie. 54-47 Loff in the front court. Lost it for a moment. Now to Miranowski here. Miranowski back to Loff at the right wing. She'll launch, she'll shoot. Loff 3-pointer goes long. Rebound here going to be one to Steinhaus, and then there's a foul for the Richland Colts. Tazarek will pick up the foul. That'll be her 5th. And Tazarek will finish with 12 points. Nice round of applause from the Richland Colt faithful here. Substitution as Abby Fisher will check into the game. At this time, it just looks like Richland's quest to get to Jamestown is going to come up just a little bit short after the Warbirds able to just hit 2 field goals here in the quarter, but they have been nearly flawless from the free throw line. Every time they've gotten there, at least when they've shot in 2, they've at least made 1, if not made both of them. Free throw attempt number 2 is up and good. 56-47 here for the Warbirds, who came in with 37 points, 19 here in the quarter, 15 from the free throw line. Miernowski 3, this one rattles in and out. Rebound comes down to Journey. The Richland Colts won't foul, and for the second consecutive season, the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds are making their way to the Region 1 tournament by a final of a 56-47 result. Our post-game show is coming up next.
Emery Visto's Implement has been family owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts. Plus, you'll have to stop by and check out their clothing and footwear department, featuring the brands of Brothers in Arms, Howitzer, Ariat, Cinch, and Twisted X Footwear. Emery Visto's Implement, everything and anything you need is under one roof. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or call 701-742-2167.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
As we come back on our post-game show, join us here from the Wyndmere Lidgerwood perspective is our Enbridge Energy player of the game. That is Emerson Johnson, able to finish this one here in the scoring column with 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. Emerson, what does it mean for this year's club to pick up your 15th win of the season, but more importantly, get another week of basketball in you and head back to the Region 1 tournament out in the Buffalo City?
Yeah, our goal at the beginning of the year was we set 15 wins for regular season. We didn't quite make that, so it was nice to achieve it eventually, even if it's here. The region tournament obviously is something everybody wants to get to. We play Lemoore, I believe, most likely. Well, that was the thought. And we played them earlier this year and didn't really go our way. It was our first time playing on this court. It wasn't the best game we've played, so we're really hoping to get back at either Linton or Lemoore.
Taking a look at this particular game, you hit a ton of free throws down the stretch. You finish as a team 20 of 25 from the free throw line. Just what does it mean to go to line when you're up by 5, up by 6, and hit some big free throws to kind of put Richland away? Because Richland just never quit. They kept on coming until the very end.
Free throws have been a big emphasis for us this year. We actually came into the district tournament shooting only like 60% as a team, which was obviously not our goal. And the last few weeks, he's been having us make 10 free throws after every practice. So we've been doing that, and I think it's really paid off for us.
How about Jurdy? I know she only had 2 points, but 13 rebounds today.
Yeah.
How big were those boards, especially with Tazarek and Schmidt on the other side?
I mean, she's great at rebounding. She's not afraid to get physical, push people around down there. I think she gets like over 10 rebounds every single game for us, no matter how big or small the players she's playing against are. She gets rebounds from all over the court, offense, defense. She's been really great for us this year.
Same thing with Summer Stenhouse, just a steady Eddie. She goes 3 for 3 from the floor, 9.7 rebounds, 3 assists. What have Summer just provided to the team this season, Emerson?
Summer is so much energy for our team. She has been getting a little foul trouble this year, but she doesn't take it to heart. So she knows what she can do. So she's always there for her teammates. She doesn't make a lot of mistakes. She just is. We always know exactly what she's going to bring to each game, which is really nice.
Emerson, congratulations and best of luck once you get to the 3 o'clock game tomorrow on Monday next week.
Yeah.
That again is Emerson Johnson. We'll take a break after this and put a bow on this one for the Warbirds.
There's a lot to see and do in Hankinson.
We may be modest in size, but our abundant local businesses and recreational opportunities mean we have every amenity you need. Our community is always finding new ways to have fun, bring people together, or help those in need. Residents of Hankinson will tell you this is small town living at its best. They invite you to see for yourself.
Again, your final is 56-47, and our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Goes to Emerson Johnson. And our Agassi Precision Egg Play of the Contest. The free throw line in the fourth quarter, 2-4-6-8. You had 10, 12, 14, 15 free throws, and the Warbirds go 12 of 15 alone. In the fourth quarter, they go 20 of 25 from the free throw line. That sealed the game. Our Agassi Precision Egg Play the Contest in Hillsboro. The free throw line, visit planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com as the Warbirds sealed it, going 20 of 25 from the line. Found the numbers go like this. Johnson again 25 and 5. 9 points for Valerie Mendoza with 5 steals, 9.7 rebounds for Mendoza. 3 points, 4 boards for Dotson-Rod. Journey 2 points with 15 big rebounds. 6 points on the way for Bryn Williams. For the Richland Colts, 12 points, 5 boards for Lilia Miranowski, 12.7 rebounds for Janet Tazorek. You had 8 points, 10 rebounds for Elena Schmidt. In the 3 games here in this tournament, Schmidt will finish with 47 points and 42 rebounds in 3 games here for Elena Schmidt. From there, 6 points aboard for Cindy Loff and 3 points for Ashley Steiger in this one. Warbirds shoot 34% from the floor, 2 of 5 from the 3-point line, as we alluded to, 20 of 25 from the free throw line, 10 assists to 15 turnovers. Richland 43% shooting from the floor, 3 of 17 from 3, 4 of 7 from the stripe, 27 rebounds, 15 assists to 20 turnovers here for the Richland Colts. And the final time we saw Lilia Miranowski, Cindy Loff, Inger Holman, and Elena Schmidt playing here for Richland, who finishes the season 8 and 13. One for the Warbirds, they will be the 15 and 17 on the season, and they will be the number 4 seed heading to the region tournament and play at 3 o'clock a week from today in the region quarterfinals. Thank you so much for tuning into our coverage. About 15 minutes, we'll get to the tip of the District 1 championship with Maple River and Sargent County.